Welcome back. You are just in time for What's Hot, where we talk about the stories that have everybody talking.
We are joined by Barb Bartlein, the People Pro, and Jeff Wagner is back. So nutrition experts say too much sugar in the diet may lead to obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. Now, many of them want the FDA to decide just or how to limit sugar in drinks to what they're calling a safe level. Should there be a cap on added sugar in soda and other drinks?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm taking the opposite view, Jeff.
Go, Barb, go.
I not only think they should limit the amount of sugar, I think they should outlaw some of these drinks. We've really got a problem. And I know some people are saying, well, this isn't the total part of the problem. There's other factors related to obesity. Okay, let's address those too. But the reality right now is 2/3 of adults in America are overweight. 1/3 of our children. The healthcare costs in the future are going to be enormous, and this is a big factor in the cost.
Well, my advice to you, Barb, is then if you're concerned about the amount of sugar in the drink that you have, don't drink it. I mean, this is all about individual responsibility. We just ran that ad for the Dairy Queen cakes. Are we going to say, okay, well, we're not going to allow the Dairy Queen cakes to be there? Look, this is a matter of individual responsibility. I don't want the government telling me what choices that I can make, whether it's what kind of meat I'm going to eat, or whether I want to have a beer, or whether I want to have a sugary soda, which I don't happen to drink. But this is individual choices. Government, stay the heck out of my life.
I mean,
Is it a
And
slippery
you know
slope?
what, Jeff, though? Individual choice is not working. People are not making good choices.
But who are you to say that? Are you to tell somebody that they don't have a right to have a Mountain Dew if they want to? If you don't want to, that's fine. But if somebody else wants to make that decision, understanding it might mean that they're going to take a couple years off their life, isn't that what freedom of choice is all about?
And
What
Barb,
about my
Barb,
freedom, Jeff? What about my freedom?
so you don't
Because
drink
I'm
it.
the one who has to pay for it.
No, not
Oh,
necessarily.
yes, we
No.
are. We
Oh,
are all paying for this obesity crisis.
Okay, so Barb, where do we draw the line then? Some people think that we shouldn't have red meat because that
I was
contributes
going
to
to
heart
ask, is
disease.
this a slippery slope? If
Sure
you
it
do
is.
the soda,
Right.
then what's next?
The prohibition of alcohol didn't work in this country.
So you're saying we should do nothing?
No, I'm saying that what you do is you educate people and you allow them to make decisions, but you don't have the government coming in and saying, okay, well, we think there's too much sugar in this particular thing, or we think red meat is bad. You educate people, then you hold them responsible for their consequences, like we do with smokers, where they have to pay more for their insurance costs. But I'm sorry, I don't want the government in my kitchen telling me what I can and what I can't eat.
Okay, and we're out of time on topic one. Coming up next, see if we can all agree on this one. Sexy lingerie on Valentine's Day. Is it a great gift or just great for the guy? I can't wait to hear what Jeff has to.
Okay.
Now more of What's Hot.
Again, we're joined by Barb Bartlein, the People Pro, and Jeff Wagner from News Radio 620 WTMJ. Governor Scott Walker says he will not expand Wisconsin's Medicaid services to 175,000 childless adults. Instead, he's going to cut the number of uninsured non-elderly adults in half. State hospitals had urged him to accept all the federal money to pay for the expansion of services. He has decided not to do that. What do we think of this decision?
Well, this is the middle ground. I mean, I think there's some governors have decided to take all the Medicaid money under Obamacare. The big question, though, is, what happens down the road? So what the governor is saying is for uninsured younger people, we'll take it, put them on Medicaid. For some people that are currently on Badger Care, we'll allow them to go in the insurance exchanges for like $19 a month. I think this is a middle ground, and it's not irreversible one way or the other. I think it makes sense to kind of dip your toe in.
It is a way to dip the toe, and I agree with that. The question I still have, and I can't seem to find any answers to, is down the road, where's this money going to come from? How is all this health care going to be funded? And I also have concerns about just the maze. I mean, what does this mean for a poor person to be able to access care? Is it going to be more difficult, more problematic, more confusing? Those are some of the concerns I have.
Does anybody even know?
Well,
That's
yeah.
the question.
Right.
And there's been a lot of concern in recent days about those healthcare exchanges. Some of these people, because of the choice Governor Walker made, as you said, are going to go to the exchanges. But now it's, can these healthcare exchanges handle the inflow of people? Because more and more people are going to go that way.
Right, and forget poor people, all of us. I think one of the things you're going to see is
If your
more,
company decides to
more
drop
and more
insurance and pay
employers
the
are going to say
penalty.
they'd rather pay that penalty, and I think there's going to be more. I think this is going to be one of the real we'll use the word interesting things over the course of the next few years as more and more people find that the employers have just decided, hey, we'll put you in those exchanges. And I think a lot of people are going to be in for a rude awakening. I hope not us.
All right, let's do topic number 3 now. Some experts say lingerie. It's a bad gift to give your loved one on Valentine's Day. That it's really just the man shopping for himself. So what are the best and the worst Valentine's Day gifts?
Well, I'll tell you, if my husband came home with a negligee, I'd make him wear it. Ain't gonna happen. The best gifts are ones that are personal for the person you care about. What do they like? You know, if my husband came home with 2 tickets to go to New York, I'd be thrilled. I would be ecstatic.
That costs a little more than lingerie, Barb.
That's okay with me. Well, but the cliche gifts, the chocolates, the Valentines, the roses, I guess they're okay, but they're not very personal.
A bad gift is no gift at all. I think,
Exactly.
completely
but no,
forgetting the day.
no, look, my wife and I, we've been married so long. If I come home with a Valentine's Day gift today, she's going to think I'm cheating on her. She's going to be thinking, wait a second, what's going on
I don't
here?
think it has to be anything big. It can just be like a token, you know?
You know,
Something small.
I think handwritten notes are just wonderful.
exactly.
My husband will sometimes put just a note on the windshield of my car, and it's just really cute. I'd rather have something like that.
Hey, let me tell you what love is. A week ago, my wife's car just completely died. I took 5 hours out of my schedule and managed to get the thing into the car shop and waited to get it fixed. Now, I think that's love.
This is love to you, Jeff?
Well, I think it's an
I think a
example.
lot of us are looking more than more than just a car repair.
Yeah, wait till your car busts and see if you say the same thing. Now, I did have a comment on this whole lingerie thing, but I've actually, it's one of these moments where I have that little stop sign in front of me saying,
You're
probably
rethinking
just
it.
kind of let it go.
Not
so we'll,
a good idea.
We tried to
we'll
beat
pass.
you. We
Yeah.
tried to beat you.
Love is emptying the dishwasher.
Okay.
You're going to have to do more
Okay,
than
well,
that.
let's put it
You're
this
going
way.
to have to do more than that.
While
I'm
wearing
sorry.
while wearing a Speedo.
That's a household chore, a required house. No.
Put on the Speedo and empty the dishwasher. Come
We're
on,
taking
Steve.
a break. You must have a malfunctioning dishwasher if you have to put a bathing suit on when you get in there. We'll be right
That
back.
wasn't the point.
right now. Oh.